So our third lesson on the sociology of inequality, social inequality, is going to be about functionalists. First off, there's a few questions on the previous lesson on stratification. Answer those before you move on. Right, functionalists. Functionalists are a type of sociologist, and they have very particular views on inequality based on these keywords. Let's go through it. Consensus theory. Another word for functionalism is consensus theory. Consensus, everybody agreeing. So a functionalist society works when there is consensus. Everybody, every single member of that group agrees on how it should be run, what's right, what's wrong, the norms, the values. Consensus theory. Yeah? Functionalism, consensus sociology, very, same thing really. So functionalists think that culture, society works because we all have the same norms and values. No disagreements, no misunderstandings. We all share the same norms and values. And the big phrase that Tulcott Parsons, the big dog in functionalism, comes up with, value consensus leading to social stability. Societies are stable, they have stability, as long as everyone has the same values. Everyone thinks the same things are important and strives to attain the same things, strives to avoid the same things, being poor. As long as that happens, we have social stability. Now, remember, functionalists have two ways to describe this. Some of them, sometimes we might use the mechanical analogy. Society is like a really complicated piece of clockwork. All these tiny little cogs, if one of them stops working, the whole machine breaks down, but because everything works smoothly, the whole thing works smoothly. And that's to a functionalist, it's how society works. We're the cogs, the education system, etc., etc., crime and deviance, family, they're all cogs in the machine. Everything runs smoothly, everything works together, and therefore the machine overall runs smoothly. And that's the way they see society, norms and values. Or they use the biological analogy. They say the human society, human culture, it's like the human body. There's lots of different organs, but they all work together, and the society is healthy. One of these bits goes wrong and the whole thing goes wrong. So remember, function means what something does, its job, not what it is. Okay, so when functionalists look at class and poverty, they think this. We need to have poor people in order to make everybody else work harder. The function of class is to give people at the bottom of the system an incentive to work hard, to move up. Without that, they say society wouldn't work. Without there being a reward for being clever and hardworking, the best people wouldn't work hard, wouldn't become doctors. Linked to that is the idea of role allocation by two functionalists called Davis and Moore, saying the way our class system works, it allocates people the best roles. So if you're clever and hardworking, you're going to become a doctor. We need doctors. We all agree we need doctors. We all agree we need clever, hardworking doctors. Therefore, the system works. Stupid and lazy, you can become a sweeper. Clever and hardworking, you can become a doctor. It's a meritocratic system based on role allocation. You allocated the correct role for you. And they say the class system does that in our country. Linked to the functionalists are the New Right. The New Right, generally speaking, are a group of social scientists who are really into the traditional family, the nuclear family, mum, dad, kids. They say the welfare state and benefits have damaged that. The modern world, divorce has damaged this, therefore the state should be cut back. So they say the welfare state, the benefits is stopping the machine working properly. Yeah? One of the big things we talk about a lot is Charles Murray. Here he is. But in this session, we're looking at Peter Saunders. And he thinks society is meritocratic, or at least should be. Therefore, the poor are poor because they're stupid and lazy. The rich are rich because they're clever and hardworking, and that's fair. However, he will say, well, hold on, what about nursery workers? They do something really important, but they're well paid. And footballers, they do something not very important, and they're incredibly well paid. Yeah, so important, badly paid, not important, well paid. So that sort of things, it makes Peter Saunders look, his ideas look a bit less convincing.